Hi guys, it's Zane and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna mount a Dendrobium orchid on a piece of ceramic slab or something. I will show you this slab right now. But first, what you will need is a pair of scissors, fishing line, a mounting material and an orchid, and of course sphagnum moss. If you are using fishing line, it's fishing line is good because it's so clear that you cannot see it. Can you see it? Oh, you can, but can you see it right now? No, you cannot. So it's really good and it's not degradable, so it will stay there forever and won't harm the orchid actually. So this is my mounting material. This is a piece of ceramic slab. It resembles a branch and it has two holes. Actually, I got this from my vendor, from the shop where I got my orchid order, because in my previous order I ordered the Dendrobium nasmum and it came on this slab, and it had so many roots that was unbelievable, but I managed to unmount it because I wanted my Dendrobium nasmum in a hanging pot thing. But you can use like everything. You can use even rocks for mounting. You can use branches, tree branches, bark, or everything. You will need an orchid. This time we're gonna mount a Dendrobium orchid. I will get to my reason later. And the sphagnum moss, you can use it wet or you can use it dry. It's up to you. It's up to your liking actually. I would say that behind every mounting is a story or a reason, and you can have different reasons, like you have a humid environment and you don't want to rot your plant, or you like mounted orchids more than potted orchids, or things like that. My reason and my story behind this mounting is that I got this orchid bare rooted and I potted it up in this pot, and these holes are my ventilation holes, but there are too many ventilation holes and there is not enough sphagnum moss in this pot, so it dries out so quickly that I have to water it every day or every 2 days. But if I manage to water this plant every day, then I will manage to water it on a mount, so it's going to be no problem for me. So at first you have to unpot the orchid, and I'm gonna just cut these things right here because they are in the way. And actually when I potted up this orchid, I secured it to stay in the pot. I secured it with this thing right here. It's so degradable, it comes right off. This material, I really don't like this material because it comes off after like 3 waterings or so. This part is going to be really easy for me because my orchid is already out of the pot. So actually I have 2 pieces of this plant. These are just pseudobulbs, but these pseudobulbs are growing 2 new growths. This is the first growth and there is another one, that little bump. And I think I can just pull off these old dried pseudobulbs because they are just dead. So here is the other part of this plant, and these pseudobulbs are just, they are dead. I will leave these pseudobulbs here because they are pretty plump actually, so they will feed the orchid. I will just cut these dead roots on the older parts of the plant because nobody needs it, nor me nor the plant. But I'm gonna just leave a few dead roots because I want this plant to secure somehow to this slab, so I will leave them. So this is what I'm left with. This is the first part of the orchid and this is the second part. I will mount them with sphagnum moss because they love water in the summer but they hate it in the winter. So in the summer I'm gonna submerge it, the whole thing. Okay, not the whole plant, but this whole slab, and in the winter time actually I just will spray it because this material absorbs water, so the moisture stays for longer period on this slab. You have to make a knot with the fishing line on the slab, and I have these holes right here, so I'm gonna go through these holes and I am gonna make my knot. here on the back, and I'm gonna leave a longer tail because I want to make a knot with the other end later. The only reason I hate fishing line is that I cannot make normal knots on that because it's moving like crazy, and I will put a really so minimalistically thin layer of sphagnum moss on this slab. No, at first I'm just too excited with this mounting. Okay, at first you have to take into consideration your needs and the plant's needs and the fact that how would you like it on the plant, how would you I just can't talk normally in English today. Okay, how do you like the orchid on the mount? This thing is really handy right here because it can hold the orchid. So, at first, the sphagnum moss. I will put there a really minimalistically thin layer of sphagnum moss, and I'm just going to cut a few dead roots because they are really in the way. I put the sphagnum moss close to the base of these canes. I'm just gonna go around with this fishing line. So I just go around, secure the plant, and I think it's important to go between the pseudobulbs too because it will secure the plant like crazy. This plant cannot move anymore. It won't crawl away because these orchids like to feel really stable and secured, and if they feel like that, they will be happy. So this plant is ready to be here for the rest of his life, and I'm just have to make the knot on the back right here. So this is the tail which we left here. Right now I'm just trying to make a knot, but I don't like to make knots with fishing line, and I really want you to see this, but it's hard to make it with only two hands. Oh shit, my plant is falling. So I'm just making here several knots because I really don't want the knot to come up right off. And here is my mount. It's ready to be hanged somewhere. So this is my dendrobium mount. It sticks out from this slab like I wanted it to stick out. So the last thing I had to do with this is water it and hang it somewhere. Okay, so here is my mount, it's ready, and I think it was pretty easy to make this mount on this slab, and I really like this slab because it absorbs moisture and that's good for me and for the plant too. So this is my video for today, and I really hope you liked it, and I know that I neglected my succulent videos, but I will do them too. I will make succulent videos too, but right now I just had so many ideas with orchids in my mind that I had to film them. So this is my mount, this is my orchid video for today, and I hope you liked it, and if you liked it and if you like this mount, then please give me a thumbs up or share it with your orchid friends and succulent friends. And if you have questions or suggestions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I will answer them all if my YouTube account will give me notifications. So, oh my god, I'm running out of memory. So, okay, and if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time, bye!